Get ready to travel back in time to the 90s, to where one of the greatest disc golfers of all time reigns supreme. Ken Climo, the man with the most world championships, victories all around the globe, and some of the best shots early in history of the sport. From aces to playoffs, to major titles and battles, he has accomplished a lot. He was the first player in disc golf history to make his mark above the rest of the field. These are the best moments from one of the greatest to ever do it. The best moments of Ken the Champ Climo. Here we go. This video today is sponsored by Double G Craft Beef Jerky, and it's pretty fitting for a sponsor, since their brand new flavor is Ken Climo's Mango Habanero just came out. The crew over at Double G is coming out with all these flavors, tied with support to disc golf pros like Paul Macbeth, Nate Sexton, and Gannon Burr. So if you want to support your favorite pro and try out some amazing homemade craft beef jerky with plenty of different flavors, then Double G has got you covered. Visit them using the link in the description below and use code RM10 at checkout for 10% off your next order. Just like we do with all these best moments, we first look at whether or not they have an ace. Now with a lot of the older footage, it's harder to find those specific shots, but for Climo, he has one really famous ace caught on camera. Usually when you watch USDGC, they show the shot because it happened in the first ever championship back in 1999. Check it out.
It was a lot of fun out there. I was deucing away in the beginning. Missed a couple of the easier deuces on the back nine that I might have liked to got, but I made an ace on hole 17 and it really picked me up and hit a solid par on number 18 to keep in the 40s for a new record.
Sticking with the major title, USDGCs are a huge part of the history of the game, and after that ace in 1999, well, he just ran away with it, taking it down in the first year of one of our biggest majors. But a huge moment in Climo's career would come just a couple years later, in 2003. Now the USDGC had been around for a few years, a little more established, but like always, it kind of came down to two players. Regardless of what you make for his best moments, you have to talk about Barry Schultz as a player. Probably the best rivalry in disc golf, Climo vs. Schultz was a battle for over a decade. These two guys went at it, trading major titles, always fighting for championships. But the best way to showcase their talents would be in the story from 2003. One of the longest playoffs I think I've ever heard of. After Schultz was able to come back and tie it up, they would proceed to have 10 playoff holes to figure out the winner. It would seem like birdies only at this point, first one to par and slip up would lose.
They've got to be exhausted, but you couldn't tell from the way they've been playing.
Ken, right at 30 feet, he's got to nail it. You can't take it too lightly. Tough putt. Oh,
It's going to be it.
just a bit high, and he would love to have that back with the way these guys have been nailing putts all day long. Barry takes the title. Another birdie. These guys play 10 holes with the most incredible pressure we've ever seen, probably they've ever seen. They card 19 birdies and a par. Ken loses with a par on a hole that par is a great score.
In the end, Climo may have lost, but over the course of a decade and more, he would be far superior to the champ over Schultz. Losing 2003 stung, but all of his majors would. He would reclaim the USDGC titles in 2004 and 2007. Funny moment here as they deliver the money for his victory in 2007 on motorcycles with bags of cash. But starting off with USDGC is a little different, because at the time, Climo would only really have two options for majors, Worlds and USDGC. But Worlds, that's where he shines. If it wasn't for Ron Russell in 1999, Climo would have won every single Worlds event in the 90s. Dang, that is crazy. This is what the champ had to say about the streak coming to an end.
Ken Climo, 9 times the world champion, a feat that I'm sure someday will be recognized as one of the great ones in all of sports. Did you ever seriously think what it was going to be like when the streak came to an end, and how does it feel?
I never gave it that much thought on what it would feel like, but now that it's happened, I can't believe the feelings I'm feeling. I feel like the great weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I don't feel disappointed at all. I played great golf. I didn't lose, I got beat.
And for these world titles, a lot of them weren't even close. Some were, but others he just ran away with it. At the time, in the 90s, he was hands down the best player of the decade.
And really.
All right. Well, congratulations to Kenny on
There's
his
our
8th world title.
There's our 1997 Disc Golf Open Division World Champion Ken Climo of Clearwater, Florida.
You look at some of the greats in other sports. I don't think they don't work at it.
8 is great. 8 is great.
I understand his discipline is incredible in the off season. He does weight training. He's very flexible with it.
After winning for years and years, other majors started to pop up, but by then, Climo was on his way to the end of his career, so he didn't get to shine like a lot of other players who had the chance. In the end though, still to this day, Climo has the most major titles at 18, 12 of them being world titles. That's crazy, honestly. Here's Climo in 2006 to cap off his final world title that he would ever take down. Over the years, Climo has shown he can throw some amazing shots. He dominated the sport. When he won, he could win by a lot. But looking back, what seems to be the most impressive is his shot shaping ability. Here are some of the best shots of Ken Climo, and a little bit of freestyle from the champ.
One time.
That shot fades away from OB and gives you a look at the green. Ooh, the champ's getting greedy, Tobiah. He wants it.
He wants it, and that's
Oh.
going
Oh,
out
dude.
of
That's out of bounds, man.
but
Wait, where's it going?
it's four-wheeling
No, it's not, dude.
around the backside,
What did he do?
and it wraps
Why is
around the backside of the basket
Why is that guy clapping? What?
because he absolutely parks it.
What? Wait, this is right here?
Uh-huh.
You gotta be kidding me.
He's the champ.
Oh, I love this. They're tied now, man. Yes. 540, something like that?
Yeah. He's got that maple in his way right there, but that's we're looking at 40 feet.
Shut up.
Dead center.
Oh my
Dead center because
goodness.
that's what the champ does. And
Oh. Ken Climo, your BSF Masters champ. Just champed it right in there.
Oh man.
I just landed just outside the bullseye. For you guys are wondering what that yellow circle or ring around the basket is, that's a 3-meter ring or a 10-foot ring around the basket. Champ checking one off the pole, circle.
I didn't grow up with Climo. A lot of his accomplishments, for the most part, were before I was even born. In the past, I've made videos about who I think the greatest of all time is, and I'm going to stick with what I've said, that Macbeth has a better career, but I don't disregard the argument. Climo has so many wins, so many majors, he's incredibly impressive, and I think people have made a lot of good points when it comes to how he competed. I just think that Macbeth is above him. Maybe in the past I've sounded like I didn't think the argument is close, but it is really close. And after making this video, after seeing his battles and what he's accomplished, it really is incredible, and maybe Climo doesn't get enough recognition from the sport of disc golf like he should. Don't forget to check out Double G Craft Beef Jerky using the link in the description. Go grab some of the new Ken Climo Mango Habanero using code RM10 for 10% off. Like and subscribe, all that jazz, and we will see you guys next time. Cheers.